And at this point, this kid is getting really worked up, like he's about to completely lose it. And yeah, they give you training to deal with this kind of thing, but it's so different when and nothing's working. And we're about to close, and it's just he and I, and he takes his elbow and he puts it on the counter, and he looks up at me, and he takes a deep breath, and he goes, and, because they can call you by your first name, which sends a whole other layer to this. Like, it's this little, and he's like, and he says it exactly how my mother says it. Like, I can't really explain it, but I really felt like she was there. And something in my body just kicks in. And my soul is like on the line, really listening to this little dude. And he says, and you have no goddamn idea how hard you're making my life right now. And yeah, all these kids talk exactly like their parents, so he's literally repeating something that his mother said, and all of these kids are just absorbing their parents' behaviors like little sponges, and then they walk around spewing Wall Street dad energy while still being able to count their age on 2 hands. And you'd think that this behavior would have repercussions outside the house, but no, because their behaviors that they're absorbing from their parents are all markers to the rest of us that they are untouchable. And if somebody has a problem with it, then the parents come in and do the real thing, and it works every time, and then the kid eventually grows up, and then they do get a job on Wall Street. Anyway, this kid looks at me, and he says this, and I just ka-chunk, right? I am locked into this kid. You have no goddamn idea how hard you're making my life right now. And he's looking me dead in the eyes, like he wants me to respond. And I just nodded and checked out his last book. And he starts loading the books into his backpack, which is like half his size. And then my soul re-entered my body and everything started turning back on. And I'm like, oh, right. He's like toddling away. And he's like 3'8" because he's 8 years old. And I suddenly felt so bad for this kid and so mad at myself that I was just taking his parents' shit. And I nodded that I slammed my right on the checkout counter real hard. And to be honest with you, it felt really good. And yeah, they say you need to wear this for like 6 weeks. But this is what I really wanted to say, which is that I cannot stop thinking about how he said my name, and it made me rethink our conversation about reincarnation. And for something we know so little about, I don't understand why I keep like applying rules to this thing that like, that like, maybe it's not a lifetime. Maybe it's just phrases, like musical phrases. Don't respond with a voice memo. You know how much I hate that. Okay, bye.
The 24-hour plays is an artistic home for me. The team has really believed in me ever since I was a director in the life-changing Nationals program, and every time they ask me to come back since then, I'm just more and more grateful to be a part of this family.
I'm not enough to carry this 24-hour plays phenomenon on my tiny shoulders, so that's why we need your help to keep it going.
The 24-hour plays raises up audiences, artists, and this year for me personally, they really reminded me that the show does indeed go on.